You came inside to see if everything was okay or not. You sighed seeing the environment and came inside with his permission. Sir, here are the files you wanted, you said. He hummed in reply. Do you think hurting others when you're angry is right? You asked. He looked at you. No, no matter who does that, it's not right. Then do you consider yourself an animal? He gave you a death glare. Don't take me in a wrong way, sir. Your voice cracked and you went near him. I mean you. Then in anger, why you hurt yourself? You broke the glass cup in your hand after you got to know you lost the teeth. You're also a human. You shouldn't do this to yourself as well. Tai was glaring at you the whole time, softened his gaze after your words. You didn't even treated your wound after coming from conference room. You took his hand in yours and started treating it. It's fine. It will be okay by itself, he said. No, it will not. Yelled then got scared as he is your boss. Let me do it, sir. It might be hurting. He simply turned his face to other side and let you do it. He got a little confused after he felt some drops on his other injured hand, making him immediately turn to you. He saw tears coming out of your ears. Your cut are so deep. He maybe for the first time felt guilty of hurting himself because of her. Shouldn't you take care of yourself? You pushed his hand a little harshly after treating his wound and started leaving. Vayan, he said as you stopped. I'm sorry. You're not forgiven, you said in yelling tone, earning her a death glare. Okay, just promise you'll never do it again, he said. Fine. Go and grab a cup of tea for me. You smiled and rushed out. He chuckled seeing that. You are working under him for almost 10 months now. You are able to handle his hot temper behavior and talk to him, or else 20 assistants have resigned from this job. I was going toward the left when someone bumped into him from behind. Yeah, out of my way! Before that tiny figure could escape, he held her and pulled her back. How the hell are you walking, Miss Park? And what were you running for? You pouted and said. That beautiful butterfly. Wait, I'll come, you said. And what are you gonna do with that? He asked. You smiled and said, I want a picture of it. It was so colorful. And running behind it without caring, you might fall, he said. Mr. James is gonna come for meeting. Let's go. You go, I'll come from stair. Always scolding me, you said. If you're not coming from left, then your half salary is gonna be cut, he said. Your eye widened. Yeah, you. Boss, you're taking advantage of your power. You can't do this. Am I? And what will you do? He said as he went inside the lift. Till the count of 3. If you didn't come, then 1, 2. You immediately jumped inside the lift and he pressed the floor button. You glared at him while pouting. That's okay. He patted your head. In such big cities, small talks happen. You pressed your lips in thin line, not wanting to shout. Time skip after the meeting. Mr. James. Looking forward to work with you, Mr. Kim. The handshake and later your company members started leaving, giving them space to discuss other things. Time skip after 15 minutes. Everyone went for lunch and here I am searching for my phone alone in this conference room. Trying to find this beautiful lady. Mr. James? Yes, that is actually my phone. I don't know how, but I accidentally missed it here. He passed you a smile and gave you the phone. Actually, you didn't drop it. I took it when you were talking to your female colleague. I just wanted to talk to you, so I thought this was a good way. Mr. James said. You felt super uncomfortable but passed him a fake smile. How much do you make in a month? He asked. Excuse me? You asked, being confused. I mean, join my company. I can give you so much more, you know. And if you become my girlfriend, then your entire life will be set. Or maybe sugar daddy. Are you out of your mind? You immediately tried to leave, but he held your wrist and pushed you on the floor. Just accept the deal, or I can do it in other way, he said. Don't you dare to come near me. You immediately stood up, but he was coming close to you. You again tried to leave, but he held your sleeve and tore it while trying to catch you. It got torn till your shoulder, making your brass strap visible. Tears started coming out of your eyes. He held your wrist, pulling you close while you started shouting. He kept his hand on your mouth, whereas his other hand started touching you inappropriately near your waist and slowly hand going down to you. Before he could do anything, you hit him with a glass vase. You smashed it on his head, making him back away. Bet you wait what I do. Before he could come to you, a deep voice echoed in the room. What is happening here, Mr. James? Mr. James, whose head was bleeding from corner, was all shocked. Your eyes became more teary and you ran to him and hugged him tightly while shivering. Thai's eyes softened, seeing your condition and your puffy eyes. You weren't able to walk properly since your ankle was hurt and after he pushed you on the floor. You tried to bury yourself more in his chest, trying to cover up your skin after your sleeve were being torn. Sir, he was trying. You weren't able to say anything because of sobbing. I am here, Ryan. It's okay. He took off his jacket and made you wear it. James, come on, Mr. Kim. We are now business partner. We can share this hot secretary, right? Anyway, the moment I saw this feminine figure beside you, I just wanted her by hook or by crook. His words sent shiver to you. Don't be scared, princess. Let's play a bit, he said. He made you sit on a small table, peck your forehead before standing in front of him. You would not do all this for normal him. He was cut off by a hard punch. He couldn't control himself after seeing your condition and started beating him mercilessly. He took off his belt and started beating him because of all the chaos everyone got collected there. The lady, who was like a mother to you, came and hugged you after seeing she realized what actually happened here. How dare you lay finger on her, huh? He was saying angrily to Mr. James. Mr. James was begging, but he kept on beating him. Mr. James, why are you crying now? Is it hurting, huh? Tell me, is it? It also hurted me like hell seeing her in pain. It hurted me more than anything. Seeing a single tear in her eyes hurt me 100 times more. Because of her, I'm willing to change, and you're trying to hurt that angel only. Call the police and media. Everyone should know what face this famous CEO holds. His eyes went to your sobbing figure in Mrs. Havarang embrace. His guard gave you his towel and he wiped the blood out of his mouth and came to you. He carried you to his cabin. Thank you so much. He shook his head as no and started patting your head to calm you down and made you drink water. Stay away from me. Leave me alone. Go away. You started pushing him away, but he kept on sitting there. After a while, you yourself hugged him, crying on his chest. I will not leave you alone. Not now, never in future. How can I leave my little naughty but sunshine of my life? He joined his forehead and then kissed your forehead lovingly. He kept her close to his chest the whole time to give her comfort. They don't ever confess, but whenever they got hurt, they both are always present there for each other. They showed confessions are not everything to win each other's heart. Sometimes your actions are enough for them to understand. After crying for a while, she slept on his chest. He didn't move a bit to let her sleep peacefully. After almost 20 minutes later, you woke up because of nightmare. No, Ian, I am here only, he said. You got a little relaxed and hugged him again. Will you come to my mansion? He asked. You are hurt, Ian. Your ankle is swollen. After it hit the sharp edge of the table, I have mates there. They'll take care of you if you'll be uncomfortable with me. Why are you being so considerate about me, sir? Because I love you. I love you so much, he said. But what if I said I don't love you? Then, she said. You're rejecting me, huh? He said, making you giggle a bit. I thought it was only one-sided. You were just playing around with me. He took you in his arm, carrying you away from there. You were sitting on bed in his hoodie. He entered in room with food, making you smile a bit. Sir, you can rest. I'll eat by myself. It's fine, baby. I'm here. This is too much, sir. I won't be able to eat this much. Why? Scared that you'll get fat and no one will marry you? You're thin, right? Then why no one is marrying you? You asked. You both ended up giggling and he started feeding you in between. Well, even if you put on some weight, 10 to 15 kg, I won't mind. 10 to 15 kg? You said with widened eyes. Yes, doctor will give you another injection tomorrow, so be ready. You mumbled no, making him chuckle. You have no choice, baby. Thank you. He pinched your cheeks. Of course, I have to do this. Since I'm thinking a little bit of your freedom, I can do this much. Freedom? What type of freedom? You asked.